Resentment begins as emotional pain that remains unresolved inside the mind. What starts as disappointment or betrayal slowly transforms into bitterness and anger over time. The mind keeps replaying painful experiences repeatedly, turning old wounds into constant emotional tension that quietly affects peace, relationships, and emotional balance in everyday life. The mind holds on to resentment because it struggles to release unfair treatment, rejection, or emotional betrayal. Painful memories continue replaying as if the situation is still happening. This constant attachment to the past keeps emotional wounds active, preventing healing and making peace feel distant and emotionally unreachable for long periods of time. Resentment silently drains emotional energy because the mind stays connected to anger and frustration continuously. Even moments of calm become disturbed by old thoughts and memories. Over time, bitterness replaces emotional clarity, making relationships heavier and preventing the mind from experiencing genuine peace, trust, and emotional freedom. At the center of resentment often lies the desire for justice, apology, or acknowledgement. The mind believes peace will only come when the other person understands the pain they caused. When this expectation remains unmet, resentment grows stronger, keeping the mind emotionally trapped inside disappointment, anger, and unresolved emotional attachment. Over time, resentment can become emotionally familiar. The mind starts identifying with anger and emotional pain because they feel connected to personal experience and identity. This attachment makes letting go difficult, because releasing resentment may feel like minimizing the hurt instead of healing from it completely and honestly. Healing resentment begins when the mind faces the underlying pain, instead of hiding behind anger alone. Beneath bitterness often exists sadness, disappointment, or emotional betrayal that was never fully processed. Awareness allows these emotions to surface, creating understanding instead of endless emotional resistance and internal conflict. Resentment survives because the mind keeps trying to change the past or control another person's actions emotionally. Peace begins when this control is released. Accepting that some situations will never receive perfect closure reduces emotional pressure and allows the mind to stop carrying unnecessary emotional weight and frustration. Forgiveness does not mean approving harmful actions. It means refusing to let pain control the mind forever. Releasing resentment creates emotional freedom because the mind no longer remains chained to past experiences. This shift restores energy, clarity, and emotional balance. That resentment slowly weakens through constant mental repetition. As resentment fades, inner calmness slowly returns. The mind becomes less reactive and emotionally burdened because it no longer constantly replays painful memories. Emotional space opens for healthier thoughts, stronger relationships, and greater self-awareness, allowing peace to replace bitterness and emotional exhaustion over time. Getting rid of resentment means choosing healing over emotional imprisonment. The past may never change, but the relationship with it can transform completely. As acceptance, awareness, and emotional release grow stronger, bitterness loses its control, allowing the mind to move forward with clarity, peace, and emotional strength instead of pain. Resentment can be reduced through conscious emotional habits and honest self-awareness. First, acknowledge the pain instead of hiding it behind anger. Second, stop replaying old situations repeatedly in the mind. Third, accept that not every person will apologize or provide closure. Fourth, focus on emotional healing rather than revenge or bitterness. Fifth, practice forgiveness for your own peace, not for the other person's comfort. Sixth, redirect energy toward growth, healthy relationships, and inner calmness. These habits slowly weaken emotional attachment to past hurt. Over time, the mind becomes lighter, calmer, and emotionally freer, allowing peace to replace bitterness and emotional exhaustion completely.